Okay, and we are live. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Joanna Rogister, and we are here for another version of Y'all, We Got This.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laura and happy to contribute. And I'm a chiropractor.
And I'm Jenn Slay. I'm a therapist and a public speaker.
And I'm Joanna Rogister, wellness renegade, intuitive life coach, homeopath nutritionist, and a speaker also. So, we just want to share with you and talk about what's going on in life and hopefully help you guys. If there's something that we can do to help you, please let us know. I thought we'd kind of share some memes today, some of the funny things that are actually taking place in our lives. So anyone that got something really good?
I found, and I also want to preface this with the virus and everything that's going around the world. It's absolutely very scary, and there's some real concerns around that. But sometimes we do have to make light of it and laugh, and laughter is so good in times especially like this, because that rabbit hole. I mean, what I do is focus kind of am I okay in this moment? Not the last, not the, am I okay in this moment? And I guess that's what as we go through some of the memes. One of my friends is a realtor, and I don't know if you've seen this meme, and it says, the new closing for a realtor: can you see yourself quarantined here? Can you see yourself and your stuff? Like, can you see your chair? Can you see, how does your you see yourself quarantined?
I think one of the funniest pictures that I've seen is that do not cut your bangs. And there's a picture of Jim Carrey, and I forget which movie it is, but where he's got those bangs that go straight across his forehead. All the reasons why.
Well, I saw one about pickup lines.
Yes.
And again, like Dr. Laura said, we have to make light sometimes of things. So the pickup line was, if COVID-19 doesn't take you out, can I? When this is all over. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's funny. Another one I've seen is, we're huge Beatles fans, and we have lots of guitars, lots of pictures of the Beatles. And there's one, if y'all know the characteristic Beatles picture where it's on Abbey Road and the four of them are walking. Well, now the socially distanced version of that is 6 feet apart. So they're farther apart walking on Abbey Road. So it's the same picture, but they have moved the people.
Or there's one.
No words. That's if you know what the original photo looked like compared to what.
I think one of the other really funny ones that Lori Hawkins shared last night was a picture of what this is doing to us, especially women, and not being able to get our hair dyed and stuff like that, or having your hair grow out. I know, but it had pictures of Trump with little tiny ponytails on top of his head that were still orange.
Oh.
Well, it's funny when you think about the things that not only women. My husband yesterday shaved his head to a number 2, right? Like, and I had to do the back a little because he has very short hair, and when it's long, right? And it's very bushy, and his obviously close. So we were getting the kids, get in line. Because then our officials or the hair, right? It's the things that you're like, man, those businesses, I think, are going to be busier than busy. They're going to be lined up at the door when this all.
Oh yeah.
There's no point. Yeah. You can only do root touch-ups for so long.
Yeah, and we're all going to look like, the claws.
That's what usually my nails, I just have that, it's not gel. I guess it's gel. I don't know. My friend who does it would kill me, but whatever it is, it's not the fake nails, but they're starting to all crack around the edges, right? And that's what it's like. Everyone's got these claws coming out.
Yeah.
In the hair and the claws and the skin too. Now we're starting all these natural skin therapies because we can't get in and get the skin taken care of and stuff like that.
So I think we all just get a little bit creative. Pardon me, Jen.
There was a meme that, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says, does anyone know if we can take showers yet, or should we just keep washing our hands? It's cute.
I love it.
My son my sister-in-law is a nurse, and she there was a meme. What do you mean gloves? What do they say? I'm gonna get this wrong here, but help. Okay, they say masks and gloves. Just masks and gloves are fine to go grocery shopping. What about clothes?
Oh my
Speaking
gosh.
of our healthcare workers, we do have to throw out a huge thanks, right? Either
Yes.
the issues of being exposed to it, but for those frontline workers that are in segregation when they're at home because they can't expose anyone in their family. So huge thanks to everyone that's out there taking care of us and taking care of our loved ones.
Yeah, it's a big sacrifice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life
But
is
back to our jokes. So I am a huge, I love the Victorian era, I think it's called, and the way that the clothes, like the corsets and the big. So yesterday, a friend of mine, her name's Margaret, had posted the new social distancing outfit just arrived from Amazon. And here's what it looks like. And I'm like, I kind of like it.
That will keep people apart.
Now, question, does that keep you, it's got it on the sides, but does it keep you 6 foot away in the front?
I think it's all around.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Just wanted to be clear.
I mean, I think I watched something on, it's just an audio. I really try to really watch, as we all do, guard the mind and what goes in and positive. And I'm doing a Colin Sprake, it's a 2-week, well, not really course, but he has different speakers. Jack Canfield was one last week. Jack Canfield's going to be one this week as well. And yesterday guy was really, really good. I can't remember his name. I usually write it down, but it was all about watching your language, watching your beliefs, watching the language you use. And I'm really going to try to eliminate the words don't, not, and no. So don't forget to wash your hands, or don't forget, even especially in this fear-mongering time, don't go to the park. Well, let's go somewhere else, or instead of just really watching the language, but also understanding what's it doing to the connection is what we all want and yearn for in our life. And how is life going to be different after? Had a conversation with somebody about flying. I mean, it's going to look a little different after. I don't know if I'm frozen right now. Am I frozen?
You were, but not now.
Yeah, it would
Okay.
be interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Even travel is going to look different, right? Like, how are they going to do on an airplane? Elongate the seats? Like, I don't know. Separate the seats. I probably froze.
Well, it'd be like those old days where people would smoke on the plane and they had one seat here that was smoking and the next seat that wasn't. Right? And we're going to be able to separate. I think that's one of my greatest hopes, is that people don't just fall back, right? That we take some of these things, ideally we're going inward and learning more about ourselves and finding greater love and compassion for ourselves, and that continues afterwards. And we don't fall back into autopilot. And yeah. I think, there's so many things taking place. Like, Jen, you're doing your 21-day happiness. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, from the abundance group that we were doing with you, Joanna, and it was amazing. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Myself and my business partner, Shirley, we said, let's do a 21-day family happiness challenge. And so for 21 days, we send out a task and you have to do it as a family. So one day, like yesterday, was drawing a picture. And I was literally crying with laughter at the picture because my partner, he drew a chicken leg and called jerk chicken. And now if you saw it, you would laugh. And I'm like, this is what the family means to you? And he's like, the task was to draw something that makes you smile. Chicken makes me smile. So I'm like, okay. Well, it was just so funny in the moment. And so it's fun though, because you interact with one another, you talk with one another, there's reflective peace in there. And so it's been a fun 3 days doing that so far. We're 3 days into it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I did an all-day telesummit. We had speakers actually from all over the world on Sunday, just to share their wisdom, how they're getting through this. It was called Sister Check-In. And we only had women speakers that day, but it's for everyone. And we're going to do that again in 2 weekends. And actually that'll be the UFC, the Mixed Martial Art Fighters. Yeah, there's a group down in Florida that are going to be, and it's called Champions Heal. And we're going to do the same thing in 2 weeks. But also this Saturday, there is April 4th at 10:45. It's a global meditation that's taking place that's going to be all about healing. And we just lost Laura. I'm sure
she'll get back. She'll come back.
Yeah, so at 10:45 on so Joanna Rochester Wellness Renegade, there'll be or my page, you can find it there, but we'll be not just me though, it'll be people all over the world meditating, and it's all about healing the earth. So I'm looking forward.
Oh, I think I want to take part in that one.
Yeah. It's oh, so I thought that was her calling, but it's not. So what else are you guys doing?
Well, I am learning how to do my nails. So yesterday I gave myself a manicure.
Looks great.
I know. I pushed the cuticles back. What is it? What's that thing they do with the shaping and?
Oh, the file? Emery board?
Thank you, filing. As you can tell, I don't do it often. So I was filing, I did all that, and I put on the color. I was like, oh, I think I did a pretty good job. Hardly any got on the skin.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back. Oh, then you froze.
So, yes, so I'm happy I actually got my nails done. I'm not going to, you know what, I don't think I'm going to do anything with my hair. I'm going to just let it grow up. I have wigs that I like to play with. Just gonna wear a wig every now and then. Listen.
After seeing you and
did you lose me there?
Nope, you're back now.
Yeah, did you lose me there? I think.
Yeah, went right out. Can you hear us, Laura? Oh, she froze again. Seeing you recently with the, I've probably seen you in other wigs, but didn't think about it. But the one that I've seen you in a couple times lately, it makes me think, wigs are so much fun, right? Why not?
They are. Exactly. Why not? This whole process has said to me, why not?
Yeah.
Why can't I do this? Why can't I try this? I might as well. What's the worst that can happen?
Well, that's just it. Back again.
The worst that can happen is I'm quarantined, and that's happening now.
We're just talking about wearing wigs and how we could do more fun stuff like that, because it's so easy.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question. So when you're watching this on the replay, everybody,
I think
in the comment section that you are going to now try doing. Something that you're just going to try. Something that you've always wanted to do that you just haven't. What are you going to do now? What are you going to try?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I keep hearing people talk about cleaning their closets, and I might think about it. In another week, as I look across at my room, I had to find something the other day, and it's been that same way since then.
You know what? My house has never been so clean, in all honesty.
This is true. Yes. Yeah. I had the kids the other day help me sort out all the Tupperware and put the lids with the bottoms and the lids and all of that. So it was kind of a game. Yeah.
Good idea. It's like a puzzle almost, trying to find the right lid.
And then you get frustrated. And I also want to tackle my linen closet. That's what I want to tackle.
Yes.
Well, and if we're here for long enough, you'll be able to switch up your winter with your summer clothes.
Fabulous. And I can put all the winter clothes away, the snow suits, which they hardly wore this year at all. But just getting them, I think, a little, especially because my kids are young, into more chore routine and that sort. So it is helpful. And we talk about the situation to a different degree with my older two than my younger two, just on a because they express that they're scared because all they hear on the news. We only watch the news once a day. I didn't watch Trudeau today, and I think somebody's on to talk about education. Ford was supposed to be on at 1, but we only watch the 10 o'clock news. We might watch a little bit at 6 o'clock, but we really don't fill our brain with it during the day. But the older kids hear this many people died today, this many people, and that scares them, even if it's just such a large number and not in our town.
So how are you responding to that then, Laura?
Yeah, I'm asking them how they feel about that. I'm asking them, do they think they have a sick body or a well body? I always say, have a well body, a strong body, and a body that can heal. A well body, a strong body, and a body that can heal. So they know that. They know that a lot of the people who are dying, I think, are older.
Mhm.
And that we talk about they might have had a comorbidity, not always, but we talk about what that is. So we say, yes, it is very scary, but it doesn't mean after this, I can't hug you, Mason, or you can't high five your friend. Not now, but at a later date, we can go back to that. So we just talk about how it makes him feel, because my parents are elder. Well, I mean, they're 75, 76, so we can't see them. We don't go visit them. My in-laws are moving in a week and a half in the London area, which is a weird time to move, eh? We can't see them. They're in their 70s. So we have more of the family unit time. But yeah, I mean, it's a different conversation with my 10 and 11-year-old than it is with my 6 and 8-year-old. And they're not up at 10 o'clock to hear the news and the statistics of 6,000 people or how many people died around the world today. But that's how we're handling it. It's not that we're not talking about it, and it is very scary, but I focus on a strong body, healthy body that can heal. And are you well? Have you done all the positive things up until this point? Do you, and you're young, and yeah, so that's how we're talking about it.
And I think it's so important to, rather than worry about it, because I hear people talking, right? And people get, oh, I'm so worried about the frontline workers, and I'm so worried about this and so worried about that. It's like, can we just flip it and just send all those people love and do all the things that we're supposed to, right? Wash our hands, physical distancing, all those things. But worrying doesn't do anyone any good. It's just sending them love and focusing on love rather than.
Absolutely. If I do this, is it backwards, ladies?
No.
Okay. So just for our people who are watching this, about the different vibrations different words have. And if you're at the top, your happiness, gratitude, courage, and then way down at the bottom is worry right here, pessimism, frustration, anger, rage, hatred. Fear is even lower, and there's one more that's cut off due to the printing, but just
Yeah, great.
The higher vibrations we can attune to and tap into. And not that it's all unicorns and rainbows, but so I printed that off because I'm writing newsletters to my list to just keep in contact. It's called the Kindness Connection. Nothing to do with the office, just a little bit of positively twice a week. So I'm going to incorporate that. I thought that was really good. So yeah, you can hold in that fear, and then you're going to get more of that. We all know, right?
Well, they say what you focus on will get bigger. And the thing is, I've been on social media a lot more lately than I normally am. And people are making jokes and trying to have fun with it. And then there's those occasional people that, this isn't funny, this is a serious thing. We're in a time that's never unprecedented time. And my response though is, but we are all in the same boat. So we can choose if we are going to sit and worry and be upset and scared. You can choose to do that, but it's really not going to do anything for you or your quality of life. Or you can choose to smile and say, okay, what can I find funny? What's going to make me laugh? How can I brighten someone else's day today? How can we get through this together, right? It's really a choice. It's all really a choice. And we can choose to be happy, or we can choose to be upset and scared. It is scary. We know this. We understand that. But we're getting through it. Just like in any other period of time in the history of the world, we get through it.
Yeah.
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Maybe I think that's one of the reasons why we try to hop on here on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock or whenever it gets posted to Facebook, just to offer that different perspective, right? And if people are just so focused on the news, let's just try to flip that and think of the positive, the optimistic, what's the language vernacular you're using around it, what opportunities are in this time of really time out. And just to be that light and that leadership. Yeah.
And I think that's maybe, unless Jen, you have something else to say, kind of a perfect place to end.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
All right.
Thanks, ladies. See you next Tuesday at 1.
Got it. Keep on keeping on. We all got this.
Yes.
Ah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.